Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to preserve this beautiful tiger swallowtail butterfly wing using UV resin. Hey y'all, it has been a hot minute since I've recorded anything, and look, I'm wearing short nails, which you know I absolutely despise short nails, but I'm taking the littles on a camping trip next week, so that's why I put on the short ones. Been a while since I've filmed. Y'all know I've been taking care of my dad. I have bottle-fed kittens over here that you can probably hear yelling. If they get to be too loud, I might just have to move somewhere else and film. I've just had a very busy past few weeks. But today I went into Dollar Tree to get some stuff, and when I came out, I saw this beautiful butterfly that had been caught in the grill of my car, and I felt so bad. So bad. I'm like, And I'm like, I cannot put this beautiful thing in the trash. I have preserved butterflies before, but in this video, I'm just going to be doing the wings, okay? And the wings can be used for earrings, pendants, you know, just whatever you want to use them for. I'm going to be encasing them in resin, but first, I'm going to be running it through a thermal laminator, okay? These are relatively inexpensive. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I've had it for a long time. It's by Purple Cows. Now, if you don't have a thermal laminator, it's absolutely fine. You would just skip to the part where I'm using the resin. Now, why do I use a thermal laminator? Depending on the wings, once you put them in resin, sometimes the resin can seep through weak spots in the wings, and then it will look like almost translucent, and it can give a very mottled, spotty effect when you're putting it, you know, in your resin for your project, be it coasters or whatever you're using this for. So first I've discovered, and many other people have discovered, I mean, this is nothing new, I didn't invent this. If you can put the wings in these thermal laminating pouches, it seals it and it almost disappears completely once you put the resin on it, okay? I'm talking about the plastic almost completely disappears once you put it in the resin. But I'm going to be using these smaller laminating pouches. I do have some big ones. They can be tricky to separate. There we go. Like so. Like I said, I'm going to use these because I don't want to waste my big ones. So I'm going to try to get the wings off of this beautiful butterfly without causing any damage. Butterfly wings are very, very fragile. And I feel so bad. But I'm like, how would I know that I was hitting a butterfly with my car? Just carefully trim the wing away from the body. There's one. And then I'm going to place it inside my little laminator pouch. Why is there cat hair here? I swear there's cat hair everywhere. Okay, so I've got the second wing on there. And I do notice that this wing here does have a little bit of damage right down here. So if you can very carefully see where it looks like it's torn, I'm just going to very carefully try to trim that away with some scissors here. So I think I've got all the little dust. That one looked like it had some, I'm sure it was pollen all over it, and I'm sure I just got all that off. So now we're going to put it inside here, and then we're just going to run it through. Now this is the closed end, like the sealed end. You want to run that through first. This is the open end. So we're just going to very carefully take this, and I have, see, enough room here because you want to trim it down pretty close. Actually, you know what? I could separate these wings just a little bit more out like this. You don't want them to be too close. And whereas the inside of these pouches are just a little bit sticky on their own, you just, like, because you see that wing right there just kind of flew out. Oh my gosh, it flew. There we go. They do kind of, they can be a little staticky and things can move around. Okay, so now you're going to feed it in, like I said, with a sealed edge first. It is so very slow. Just don't force it. Just right when you first start feeling it to grab it. And then just let it, as you can see, very slowly just feed its way in. And then what that's going to do is it's going to seal it in that plastic. And then we're going to trim around it. As you can see here, it is clear. It clears right up that, that cloudy type film that we have here clears right up. And now we have sealed these wings so that the resin cannot seep through them. Now, you can make bookmarks like that too if you have dried flowers and butterfly wings. This is still very hot, so we're just going to shut it off and move it over here. But now what we're going to do is trim around it. I'm just going to kind of roughly cut here. You don't want to cut too close because then you're going to break the seal of the laminate here, and then your two layers will peel apart, and then, you know, that just defeated the whole entire purpose of what we did. So then you would take it and just very carefully, if you can see that tiny little edge that I'm leaving around it, and just trim that down all the way around. So let's see what I have here. I got a piece of cardboard, and this is a shipping label, okay? Now I'm going to show you why I have a shipping label. Because I don't have any parchment paper or wax paper to put this resin on. Now this paper here, you see, I just pulled the sticker off. You see the shiny side? It will not let the resin stick. So I'm just going to take a piece of it, my raggedy tape here that Hamilton got hold of, and I'm going to tape it to this piece of cardboard. This cardboard is just going to be a lot more sturdy than just trying to, you know, work on this piece of paper. So that's why I'm doing that. Because what we're going to be using for these butterfly wings is a UV resin. I'm using UV resin so that it can cure quickly, and I can take my little UV light here that I use to cure nails with and just hold it under there, okay, and let it cure. Okay, so I'm just going to do one at a time, and I really like this one. So let's use that one first. All right, so the resin that I'm going to be using, I got this at Joann's. I don't really use UV resin a whole lot, so I just get it there in these small little containers. This little bottle here. They have different sizes, but this one was only like $10. So let me get a wooden skewer over here because I'm going to use this, or you can use a toothpick. You can use, you know, whatever that you want to use to sort of spread the resin out onto your wing. I'm just going to barely hold the tip here. We're just going to put some of this resin on there. We're going to take it, and you just want to spread it out. Get it all the way to the edge, okay? All the way to the edge. As you can see already, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on what I'm doing. It will sort of create like this dome effect to protect whatever it is that you're putting it on. And just gently, gently spread it out to the edges all the way around our project here. We're going to let this cure under a UV light anywhere from 1 to 7 minutes, okay? Now, I like to go, I just pushed the button here. I like to leave it, you know, a good amount of time to make double sure that the resin is nice and cured. I'm just going to hold it like that, and I'm looking and I don't see any bubbles. Now, if you see any little bubbles popping up, you can take a toothpick, or if you're very careful, you can use a heat gun and blast over it before the resin cures, and it'll take care of those bubbles. But I'm just going to sit here and wait until it is done. Okay, so that has pretty much cured. You know, oh gosh, I've got stuff all over me. I've got wood stain over here I'm working with too, and it's all over the place. You know it's pretty much cured when you can touch it and it's no longer tacky. Now, I did cure this for like 5 minutes, and what we're going to do next is flip it over and put resin on the other side. Now, what you want to do is put maybe 2 or 3 coats. If you look around the edges, like I can see an edge right there, a lot of times resin, as it cures, it will kind of draw itself away from the edge. There's a fly. It will kind of draw itself away from the edge. So you want to just make double sure that in each of your layers, make sure that you get it all the way to the edge. Like I said, I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to put more resin, spread it out to the edge with my little skewer here. Well, let's flip it this way so I can hang on to the very tail end. And then I'm just going to cure it just like I did that first layer. If it spills over the edge and gets all over your paper, your wax paper, let's say wax paper is wonderful for this. Don't worry, because whatever is hanging over the edge that you don't want after you cure it, we can sand it away with just a little bit of sandpaper. It's no big deal. Okay, so now let's get just a little bit down here, and then we're going to cure it again. Okay, so I did both sides of this. Like I said, I cured both sides for 5 minutes, and there is your perfectly encased butterfly wing. See, it is very sturdy. I mean, it's resin. It's like plastic, you know? Your encased butterfly wing. Now, what can you do with this? Well, if you want to make it like a pin, then you would glue a pin back. Back here, I would highly suggest E6000. If you would want to make a pendant, drill a small hole right around here or wherever you want to drill it. And then you could put a jump ring. Yes, I know I lost a battle with a rose bush the other day. But, yeah, you could put a hole there and run a jump ring through it. You can make a keychain, you know, whatever that you want to do with it. I am leaning towards making a necklace. I'm not 100% certain just yet, so I'll probably save that for another video showing exactly what I do with it. But that is how you can preserve a butterfly wing in resin. Now, can you do an entire butterfly? Of course. There are plenty of silicone soap molds out there that are round, square. You know, you could make coasters if you have the entire butterfly. Please don't go kill butterflies just to put them in resin. If you find them naturally, that's fine, what have you. But yeah, just so many things that you can do with it now. But I am just going to leave this as is. I will do the other ones. And yeah, like I said, another video, and we'll see exactly what I do with them. Anyway, I hope that you found this informative. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.